Hey, welcome to another episode of the Rob Report, formerly known as Freedom on Fire Hardcore Politics Edition. And hey, today it is, like, you know me, it is June 22nd, 2017. It is 1:30 p.m. 1:30 p.m. And first off the bat, I just want to apologize. I want to apologize for Senator Sanders. Guess I read some fake news yesterday. I was told that Bernie Sanders voted for the Russian sanctions. And then I was corrected after I found out he was one of the few people in the Democratic Party that voted against the sanction. So I apologize to you, Mr. Bernie Sanders, for calling it a punk move. Now, if you would have did it, it would have been a punk move, but you didn't. And I apologize. I was wrong. And I want to correct myself, and I want to thank you and let you know that I appreciate you for voting against the sanctions against the Russian people. Sad. Russian people did not do anything, and I don't believe Russia did anything. I think Russia do the normal espionage crap that most countries do, and we do more espionage activity than any country. If you will look at the modernization of activity going back and forth for us, hacking and spying and things. We are the kings of hacking and spying. So we have no room to talk. We hacked and spied on the Russian elections. We hacked and spied on the Israeli elections. We hacked and spied on the Palestinian election and Iraqi election. You name it. Our fingerprints have been there. So for the United States to pose sanction on a country and its people who had nothing to do, nada, to do with our elections is hypocritical. It is disgusting. It is sad. And we wonder, I don't know why we think that we're the shining beacon on the hill. No. We are a light that was covered up by a bunch of doo-doo. And our government leaders are the ones who are pouring the doo-doo on top of the light. We the people are the light. And we don't want to see other countries and other nations' people suffer because of political bullcrap. Because that's just what this is. Political bullcrap. Still no evidence to this day of Russia colluding with Trump. Trump is innocent of this. I don't care how you spin it. I don't care how you try to blame it on General Flynn. I don't care how you say he's trying to get rid of Mueller or Comey and all that. The bottom line is the man is not under investigation. Whether you like it or not, Joy Reid, he's not under investigation. Don't get me wrong. I'm not a fan of Trump as president. I've been a fan of Trump as a businessman, read a lot of his books, and seen him do some things here in New York City. I'm not going to front and lie. I mean, one of the favorite places I like to go is I did to this, some of his skating rinks and golf courses and things like that. I mean, it is what it is. As a New York businessman, the man is successful. As a politician, the man only been doing this for a few months. What do you expect to happen? Chaos. They say you got to fail your way to success. You got to fail your way forward. I just said that the way he's failing hurts us. And that's what we got to push back. Like I said before, whether you like it or not, because some people don't like the fact that I'm not going to be beating down on Trump. No, Doc, I'm not going to beat down the person. The person is person. Nothing we can change about that. It's just like you. I can't change you and I can't change Trump. All I can do is pray for the best, pray for good things, pray he makes sound decisions and wise decisions. I don't know what you do. Maybe you hop, skip, and a jump and do a flip and believe for better policies. I pray. So I ain't gonna get mad at you because you do hot, skip, and a flip, or you light candles and spray incense. To each his own. Whatever it takes to get this man to make proper, set proper policies that's gonna help America really become great. Not again, but great. Period. Nowhere near great. Never been great again. Never been great. Then we all need to come together and now for his policies and things. When he started doing stupid stuff like reverse Cuba, Trump care, and all that kind of stuff, yeah, I slam on him. I slam on him for pushing it. I slam on it. And I slam on any politician that side with it. But yet at the same thing, I slam on every politician that's still trying to keep Obamacare when we have an opportunity to work with the states to introduce single-payer health care. Now, it may not be something that majority of America are going to see right now because we got weak Democrats that's leaning toward corporate interests, and then we got weak Republicans who sold out to donors too. And the people who really have the power to move things are not strengthened because we're so focused on partyism. And that's the reason why I'm preaching the People's Manifesto, because it's not about progressive policies, Republican policies. It's about people's policy. I don't even want to label it a progressive agenda anymore. This is just, bottom line, it's what the people want and people need. It has nothing to do with progressivism. Most of the stuff that's in the People's Manifesto are things that people want to see happen. They want single health care. They want universal health, public college tuition free. They want a new trade deal. They want to fix the infrastructure. They want a green deal. It's just so much. They want ranked choice voting. They want to get rid of super delegates and delegates. They want open primaries. I can go on and on the things in the manifesto, and you guys got to hit me up in the inbox and tell me what you believe should be in the, not in the inbox, but in the comment section, what you believe should be in the manifesto. So, again, I want to apologize for Senator Sanders and, the things that, he's been through on behalf of us. Something else I want to do. Let me see if I can find it real quick. All right, let's see. Let me see if I can find it. Give me a moment, guys. Give me a moment. I'm looking for something. I want to congratulate a new patron to Bob TV, and let me go ahead and get these patrons' names out real quick. Let me put my glasses on. All right, so I want to thank these Patreons. Of course, Ebon Kim, my new friend that we're going to be working together pretty soon. I want to thank you for your donation to Bob TV. And Leslie Andrew, I want to thank you for your support. And Patrick Staten, I want to thank you for your support, sir. Like I said, you really didn't have to do it, but you believe in being blessed as you bless. And I'm going to have you in my quiet time of meditation and things like that, and believe that great things happen for you because you're supporting this channel and many other channels that's of progressive media. So I appreciate you guys. I really do. And I thank you for it. And like I said, it's not about raising money to me. It's just giving people opportunity to be a blessing. And I really appreciate the blessing, and I won't touch it. I want any kind of donations that you give to Bob TV. I use it to kind of upgrade equipment and try to look better, sound better, and be better for you. Also, if you ever get an opportunity in my playlist on YouTube, you're gonna find something called Get to Know LS. I want you to go watch those videos. I think the best way another good way to support Bob TV is by becoming a member of LS. Now, I'm not going to go with LS because of copyright, things like that, but I want you to go and watch the playlist, and you'll get familiar with what LS is. And if you're interested, by all means, you can send me a link on the Facebook group of Bob TV, or you can leave a comment and say, hey, I'm Bob, I want to get in contact with you. Email me here, and I'll email you, and we can go ahead and help you become a member of LS. LS is an incredible program designed to help people protect themselves legally from all sorts of things. So I'm not going to go into detail. Just get to know it. I'm not trying to get you to buy anything or join anything. I'm not trying to get you to invest in anything. I just want you to educate yourself on who LS is, how they do it, and how they do it so well for you and the rest of our citizens in America. So thank you for that Patreon. Also, I want to talk about this Georgia race real quick. It behooves me. The Democratic Party. You know, I Dem exit. The only reason I joined the Democratic Party is because they had a candidate that I was interested in voting for. And in New York, in order for you to vote for the candidate, you have to be stronghold and conned and schemed to join the party, to vote for him. It's like, well, if you want this guy, you got to be a part of us. What kind of crap is that? That's why we need to change and get rid of, make it unconstitutional to have closed primaries. That should be unconstitutional. For me I have to join your club, in order to get one free workout. No, the free workout is supposed to interest me in joining the club. You having politicians like Senator Sanders should interest me in becoming a Democrat. If you have more people like him, I would probably become a Democrat, but not 100% become a Democrat. But you don't. You railroad, stab in the back people like Mr. Sanders. Now, I do not take back what I said, Mr. Sanders. You need to call out Debbie Wasserman Schultz, Hillary Clinton, Donald Brazile, that whole team. You need to speak more about the election fraud, because as long as you're silent about it, it's never going to get fixed. I know you think, well, if I change the Democratic Party, I'm going to fix it. Assume that it's not. Assume that it's not. So just like I learned, when you think you're losing, you got to fight like you're winning. I mean, when you think you're winning, you got to fight like you're losing. You may think you're winning in this progressive thing, but until you change or bring up or hold up the fact that the Democratic voting system in the primaries is totally rigged, and you are evidence of the rigging, and you speak up about it, it will never get changed. Silence never bring about real change. A loud voice does. And we can't do it without you. They didn't just screw you, they screwed us. They didn't just cheat you, they cheat us. And you may be okay with it, but we're not. That system needs to change. And we're not going to wait till you change the Democratic Party. You need to start saying something right now. Buck up against them right now. Because until that happens, we're going to continue to get Democrats just crap on progressives. Which brings me to this Georgia race. This race, I really don't know what to say about this. Oh man, how can I say this? I'll tell you what I'll do is I'll read from the Hill, and we can go from there. It seemed like the Democratic Party are addicted to gambling. You ever met a gambling addict? He can have a sure thing on this on the right hand side, but because of it doesn't produce the aura of making a high stake, they'll rather go for the high stake versus the low stake. They'd rather go for a high chance of losing, versus a high chance of winning. They're that gambling addict that, I see $1 in the fountain at Caesar's Palace. I'm going to get that $1 and go back in. I don't know why they gamble with things like that. Now, just to let you know, Georgia is a stronghold red state. I don't know what the Democrats thinking just because Trump is so bad, we can pour a lot of money into this candidate and win. You could have, if you listened to Bernie Sanders and what he's telling you to run on, or you listen to people like me who have a manifesto and asking you to run on that manifesto. If you ran on the people's manifesto, you would get support from the community and win. But no, you'd rather throw millions of dollars in a campaign, not offer the people anything, not promise them anything, not saying I'm going to work for you and I'm going to give you what you want. I'm going to promote your vision. I'm going to establish your vision because it's you. I work for you. Instead of having a message for that where people can come in and vote with fire and passion, you go with some old stale, lame, cookie cut campaign in a strict, pretty much dominant red states. Please, this is one of the biggest mistakes you had. You say you'd rather try to win Republican voters over to Hillary Clinton than kiss the behind of Bernie Sanders supporters, and that's what cost you the election. You still trying to cater toward red states without a real plan to win those people over. When Bernie Sanders go to those states, he have a real plan to win those people over. But you want to piggyback on that, probably have him come out there and say something when that candidate is not for what he's for. Let me read a little bit from the Hill. I'm not going to go too far. I say Democrats are under pressure to pull off a win. Well, this is old. Democrat lost. They poured all that money in and lost. And you can blame that, because I get my black people say the problem is black people don't go vote. The problem is black people are woke and they're not going to continue to be used. We're tired of you saying you're going to do these things for me and you don't do nothing but take us to bed, have sex with us, and don't do nothing with us. And what I mean by that, you use us as a slut voter. That's my term. Slut voter is a voter who vote without conscience, no relationship, no understanding of who they voting for. They just voting for them because they got a D by their name, or R by their name, or a G by their name, or I. I don't do that. I don't care if you're Green Party, you got the greatest platform in the world. I don't know you who I'm supposed to be voting for. I don't know if you're going to support that platform. I don't see no track record. I need to get to know you. I need to get familiar with you. I may need to meet you. I may need to shake your hand. I may need to go in your district. I may need to see you come into my community more than when it's time to vote. And black people have woken up to that. My Hispanic brothers and sisters are woken up. I mean, everybody's waking up to the fact that, hey, you're not going to continue to use us for votes and not do a doggone thing for us. And that's the reason why I'm working. That's why we got a People's Manifesto. It's basically telling you if you do not preach, teach, act, and manifest this as a political leader, you do not get our support. And we're growing stronger by the day. This is what we want, and we will hold our votes and keep it in our pocket before we give it to you or your opponent. Let you figure it out for yourself. Spending all that money in Georgia when you know Georgia's a red state. See, the Democratic Party think just because Trump is so bad, and he ain't as bad as you thought. I hope you've seen the latest polls concerning Trump and his supporters. They're more for him than against him. I don't care how bad his policies are. A lot of them believing that he's going to actually do something. Still believing. Still having hope and change. Still believing. Now here's the deal. The Democrats will rather throw millions and millions of dollars of donors' money, not our money. They won't go to us to get the money. The thing is, they want to have us, our money, and the donors' money, and we're telling them no. Get rid of donors' money. You're not going to have our money. And let's get some real candidates in there that's going to talk the talk of the people. That's going to give the people what they want instead of making the decision what they want to give the people. We have people like that, like Joe Manchin, Claire McCaskill, Heidi Heitkamp. All these people think that I know more than the voter, and it's about what I think they should have versus what they believe I should get for them. See, that's the problem with the politician right now. You think you're somebody's daddy. You are not nobody's daddy. We put you in and we'll take you out. Like my mama used to say, boy, if you ever raise up on me, boy, I brought you in and I'll bring you right back out. And I believed it. We put you in office and we'll bring you out of office. We pay for your house. We pay for your salary. We pay for your medical. We pay for your dental. We pay for your food. We pay for everything you got. We paid for it. And just like we paid for it, we can stop paying for it and get you out of office. Sure, you're going to continue to get a check. And I guess that's the reason why a lot of you don't care. Because, hey, I'm good no matter what. These people who vote on me, they got to live from check to check. They got to depend on the job. I don't have to do it. I'm a congressman now. That just basically make you a user. We spend so much money in this freaking race, it did not make any sense. What is wrong with us? The Democratic Party are rather light dollars on fire, knowing that they got a high chance of losing, versus investing in somebody who have a great chance to win. Like quit. The Democratic Party did not put an investment in there. They did not back that man because he was more like Bernie versus being a corporate Democrat. They didn't want to back him financially. Even with that, he still came pretty close. For a person in a state like that, still came pretty close. We have the secret formula to win an election, but these dumb idiots don't want to take the formula. They're rather risk gambling high stakes versus an easy win. This is so easy peasy. This is so easy. That's why I support the manifesto. So easy. Basically tell these politicians, you want to get in the White House, you want to get in the mayor's office, you want to get become state attorney general or a U.S. attorney general, or you want to be a councilman and things like that, run on this, because this is what the people want. And it's been polled and it has been investigated. The people will support those who support them. And we already got 13 million. I don't know why I keep saying that. I prophesy. We got 13 million people standing ready to give you their vote, or at least those support, because you're throwing your support around them. Millions of dollars, man. Millions of dollars. Burned. Van Jones said it best at the People's Forum, People's Summit. The Democratic Party's burned through billions and cheated and still lost to a real estate mogul and TV reality. You know, I'm kind of mixed when people say that, because I guess they're saying that to poke fun. But I tell the truth. Not only is he a successful TV show host, a successful one, but he is a real estate mogul. Whether he got about hook or crook, he made billions. I can go in your house, I bet you I don't see gold all over it. He's been featured in every magazine you can think of. Bestseller, Forbes magazine. How many of you can say that? And people say, oh, don't be painting Trump up as a pretty picture. No, it's just a fact. For you to think he's dumb and a failure is
New York Times. If I can get this thing up. It said, make no mistakes, Democrats are swimming against the current in Georgia. The House seat that their sight were on had been safely in Republicans' hands for nearly 4 decades. So just because Trump is in office, what makes you think you can break that streak? That is dumb, especially when you're running a corporate Democrat. Hey, people, if you go back and look at my playlist, Dumb DNC Mistakes, you'll see every reason that the Democratic Party need not to do. And they're going to continue to do the same thing. Running a corporate candidate. That was one of the Dumb DNC policies. Episodes. Georgia 6th district is purple only if you scrunch your eyes just so. If you unscrunch them and look at it, honestly, it's red. So the question is, what happened on Tuesday when Karen Handel, the Republican candidate, prevailed over Jon Ossoff, the Democrat, in special election with stakes and residents well beyond the district parameter? The question is not happening when Karen Handel, the Republican candidate, prevailed over Jon Ossoff, the Democrat, in a special election with residents well beyond the district parameter. The question is, what happened next? How do the Democratic bio their spirits, maintain their ardor song?
They arched for this seat. They fought fiercely. They reasoned that also...
Woo! Got jokes. You thought this dude had a chick and ran Republican district? Really? That's a dumb DNC mistake. No, you thought that just because Trump, we're running against Trump. So she's with Trump and people don't like Trump, they're going to get rid of her. Really? No, you don't like Trump, you hate Trump, and you think everybody is thinking like you think. So we're going to run a Republican-like Democrat who kiss up to the establishment, nowhere near progressive in thought, action, or deed, and you're going to run him next to a Republican. You're going to run a corporate Democrat that dress like a Republican, smell like a Republican, talk like a Republican, vote like a Republican, walk like a Republican, act like a Republican. You're going to run against a Republican. Dude, how dumb that is. People would rather get the Republican. Why I'm going to vote for a Republican wannabe when I can vote for a real thing? Why I'm going to go to McDougal and get a fake Big Mac when I can go to McDonald's and get a real Big Mac? You know McDougal. McDougal was on Coming to America with Eddie Murphy, the guy who played James Evans Jr. He had the book, and he tried to use the McDonald playbook to build his business. That's what the Democratic Party is doing. They're using the Republican playbook to try to build a Democratic Party. And Bernie Sanders is saying, no, you're going the wrong way. You can't go center, left, right. That's the reason why you lost 1,000 seats. That's the reason why you lost this seat. You got to go left so you can pull the Republicans back to the center. They're far gone. You can't get them back. And you're going the same direction where you're going to be so far gone, we can't get you back. This got to stop. We got to pull you back, center left or straight hard left, because you are becoming them. Stop using McDougal playbook McDonald playbook to try to build your business. McDonald has a proven system, but you forget the one element. You got to own a McDonald's, not a McDougal. The land and everything belongs to McDonald's. You need to go see the franchise. Great movie. You're going to keep losing. But what do I care? I'm not a Democrat. I kind of care a little bit, because right now third parties are not at that position where they can take over strongly. Democrats do have a proven structure, and that's why I understand Bernie Sanders trying to reform the Democratic Party. And that's why my hat's off to him, but I'm not going to put my energy toward that. I vote individual like I always vote. Whoever's that's going to push things like the People Manifesto. If you're for the People Manifesto, I'm voting for you. I don't care if you're a Republican, Democratic, Green Party, Rent Too Damn High Party, the Hoochie Party. It doesn't matter to me, because I care about people and I want people to be taken care of. And they're running a McDonald playbook to build a McDougal. Now, McDougal had some success, but not like McDonald's. And they only had one McDougal. It didn't spread around all over the world. They had one McDougal. Not many, one. I think they just had one. You have a few successful candidates in the Democratic Party that won election, but you're not going to win all of them using the McDonald playbook to run your McDougal party. Your fake Republican Party. Copycat. That's why people, as I develop this, please push it, add to it. It's an open source platform. I want you to add to it. I like the way somebody called it. They called it an open source platform where the people get to make the decision. They don't have to wait till we draft Bernie and then we come up with a platform. Hey, you can do that. Go for it. My hat's off to you. They don't have to wait till we primary Democrats to take over the Democratic Party. Hey, if you can do that, fine, more power to you. But meanwhile, we still need to do other things. And right now, in order to move really effectively move public policy quicker and faster and bolder, is when the people take off their party hats and become a voting bloc and push a manifesto and say, this is what we want. We've all signed a pact saying that we're not going to vote for any politician who's not going to vote
that's not going to preach, teach, and proclaim and activate in their legislation the People's Manifesto. We're not. And we got 13 million strong. That's what I'm believing for. 13 million saying, no, we're not going to do it. You're not going to do it. It's about us. Either you do this or you don't get our vote. You're talking about change public policy and change it fast. It's nonpartisan. It can garner Republican support. It can garner independent support. It's open source. So we spent all this money to try to win that election and still got our behind spanked. You know why? Because we supposed to got our behind spanked. Because we don't go over there and win. Not like that. If you're going to go over there, you better be ready to really take over. Like my mom said, boy, you go over the neighborhood and mess with them boys, you ain't going to mess with just that boy. You're going to mess with all them boys. So be dumb if you want to, going in their territory, talking smack. And when you come home crying, I'm going to beat you behind, and then I'm going to put you on discipline. You're not going outside. I'm telling you right now, you got to be careful when you run these candidates going into an area where they're not familiar with. Talking about you going to fight one of their candidates. All of them jumped on you and whooped your behind. All of them. That's why when we come in, we got to come in strong. Having already got 13 million people backing you up, or 5, 10, whatever, because you said you're going to support their vision and proclaim their vision, the People's Manifesto. They say they ached for the seat, they fought for it fiercely. They reasoned that also had a real chance. Donald Trump, after all, won the district by just 1.5%. See, that man was not running against Donald Trump. That man was running against somebody who was popular in the area. How dumb can you be? Donald Trump don't live there. He's not from that district. These people know these two. And if it's a heavily Republican stronghold for 4 decades, what make you think that we can put all our money and we got a chance of winning a district that's predominantly for 4 decades Republican, using she's like Trump, using Trump. What Trump got to do with that? That's the individual person running for office. That's the problem we have right now in America, that we're into this identity politics and we're looking at people instead of looking at people. We're looking at the presidential race and thinking that this congressional race is going to be the same thing. It's not. You're running against people who are known by the people in that district. They know them. They don't know Donald Trump. They know of Trump. They probably never met Trump, but they know this lady. And they'll rather vote for her over a fake Republican wannabe any day, any time. Had you ran a progressive who's saying, we're going to bring you universal health, $15 an hour minimum wage. We're going to bring you cradle to grave health care. We're going to bring you tuition free education for anybody. If you go get a doctor, whatever, you got it. We got your back. You guys going to learn your lesson. And if you don't learn your lesson and get off this Russia crap and stop trying to put sanctions on people, stuff like that, and get to the point of the people and start taking advice, do a biopsy and an autopsy on yourself and realize that you suck. You suck. You suck. The DNC suck. They don't know how to run candidates. They suck. They do not know how to run candidates. And you got a man telling you how to run candidates in huge numbers. And you got people like me telling you what you need to do, and people like you who's telling people what they need to do. And they don't listen. No, they're going to keep playing the same playbook and lose another 1,000 seats. And then it's just going to get worse. The worst we can do is continue to let these Democrats do whatever they want to cause a stronger Republican congressional house. Their lack of understanding, their stubbornness, and continue to be little children, and I'm going to do it my way like Frank Sinatra instead of your way. I don't want to take no advice for you. You need to take some other advice. You lost 1,000 seats and the presidency. Boy, I'm telling you, your stubbornness, you're the reason why the country is going down. Not Donald Trump, you. Because if it wasn't for you, we wouldn't have Donald Trump. We would have Bernie Sanders. I blame you for the direction this country is going to. I blame you if we go to war. I blame you if I blame you for Obamacare being scrapped. I blame you for everything Donald Trump that does that hurt the American people. I blame you, DNC, because you don't know what you're doing. I'm a nobody trying to tell everybody how to win an election. I bet you I can win more election than you can with this People's Manifesto than you can running these fake wannabe Republicans in a blue dress or blue suit with the D by their name, hoping that they're going to beat some red district candidate that the people been knowing all these years. Get out of here. How dumb can you be? Anyway, I'm done. I just wanted to talk about this Georgia election, man. It's crazy. You're spending money on a campaign using the Republican playbook to try to win Republicans over to the Democratic side when you need to be out there trying to win your own people back into the Democratic Party. But hey, at least not back into the Democratic Party, but back to a Democratic vote. And the only way you're going to get a Democratic vote is you need to make systemic change. You need to do a 180. You need to repent, as my pastor said, of your evil, wicked ways and become born again and live the straight and narrow. Because the way you're going right now, you're taking us all the hell, Democratic Party. I'm Bob TV. Peace. People's Manifesto. Keep looking at it for it.